Hi, it's Al, the Spiritual Atheist, back from my third video. I'm going to title this one Hope and Fear. It's late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. Last Tuesday I had a meeting with my doctor and nurse practitioner. Obscene things were done to me, but bothered me the most, the doctor used the word aggressive to describe the cancer. And on the way home, I realized, came to me, that I had let this whole thing become a distraction. That you know from my first video that I have a fondness for the present, and also I think that that's the only rational way to live, is to live in the present. And so being distracted is not rational. I mean, it's just not a rational way for me to be dealing with this. The rational way for me to deal with it is not to let it distract me from what I'm doing, or where I am, or what's coming next. Uh, Incidentally, that's not a sign that I'm not taking medical advice. I am taking medical advice. And starting, they tell me starting the 1st of July, they're going to make my life miserable for about 6 weeks. But that's okay as long as I don't get really overtly distracted, because I'm sure, there's nothing like nausea to really take yourself seriously. Or pain. I guess that's why it exists. It makes us think of ourselves as being more important than we really are. But then I started thinking back on the last video where we ended in that prayer, the desire for heaven shouldn't exist. Like, if we worship you out of desire for paradise, deny us it. Worship you out of fear of falling into hell, cast us into it. Well, throw away the heavens and the hells, and even throw away the worshiping. What you're left with is hope and fear, that if I hope for this, please deny me it. If I fear this, throw me right into it. And I think that's really pretty cool, actually. That in order to be in the present, in order to even aspire to rationality, we have to make certain gestures. And one of the gestures that we have to make, I believe, is that we have to be willing to become hopeless and fearless. Now, it doesn't mean that we're going to succeed. We have to be willing to be hopeless and fearless. This is the way that rationality truly lies. And by rationality, I mean a willingness of the mind to see things as they really are. And irrationality, I perceive as the unwillingness of the mind to see things as they really are. And I think that rationality is something that we can all at least aspire to. And if we're going to be truly rational, we are going to be hopeless and fearless, and maybe just a touch noble, who knows. Funny thing, I got a email from a theist friend who told me that she was afraid that I was giving up. And while I didn't respond to her with words, maybe this is the response, is, hey, You're the guys who have the not my will but thine trip. You know, I'm just dropping the thine off it. You know, I'm willing to give up my will. I'm just not going to give it up to some imaginary person or even a real person. I don't care. I mean, that's not the object. The object is to be able to give up without giving up to somebody or something. And you know, it's the giving up that's important. It's the surrender. It's the true hopelessness and the true fearlessness to face that. I think that's where we will end tonight. Sorry I'm not as entertaining as I usually am. I've just got maybe a little bit of seriousness tonight. In any case, I'd like to end by reciting a very short poem by my favorite poet, me. I wrote this thing back in the 70s. It goes, "You who are searching for you're not sure what, but you know that you'll know when you find it are my kind of people, although you must admit, a bit stubborn, are looking in all the wrong places, but at least looking. What you seek is that which is seeking."